Hello everyone, welcome to the Decimal Point. On this channel, we will be sharing educational content in a simple, presentable format every week. Today, we will explain how your credit score gets calculated. 742, 3 digits, that's it. 3 digits that decide whether you get the apartment, whether your mortgage cost you 200,000 in interest or $350,000 in interest. But here, what's almost nobody understand how this number is actually built. Not the vague pay your bills on time advice. The actual algorithm, the real weights, let's crack it open. First, let's clear something up. Your credit score, it's not a measure of how wealthy you are. It's not your income. It's not your savings, it's not your net worth, it's a prediction. It predicts how likely you are to be 90 days late on a payment within the next 2 years. Someone earning 200,000 a year can have a score of 620. Meanwhile, someone earning 45,000 paying every bill on a time carries 780. Same system but opposite outcomes. Income does not appear anywhere in the formula. Your credit score comes from 5 categories and they are not equal. The first one is payment history, 35%. Second one is amount owed, 30%. Third one is credit history length, 15%. Fourth one is new credit, 10%. Fifth one is credit mix, again 10%. Two of them alone control 65%. 65%. Almost 2/3 of your score comes down on two important things. Did you pay on time and how much credit are you using? Number one, payment history, 35%, the single biggest factor. More than a third of your score live or die by one question. Did you pay on time? Sounds simple, but the detail matters significantly. One missed payment can stay on your file for 7 years. A payment 30 days late hurts, 60 days significantly worse, and 90 days that's a big scar on your report for 7 years. And collections, that mark follows you everywhere. Lenders see it, landlords can check it, even some employers also checks it. But here, most people don't know the impact can fade over time. A missed payment from 5 years ago hurts far less than one from 5 months ago. The algorithm weights recency heavily. Time is your ally. Every month, on-time payments actively heals your score. Now let's talk about number 2, credit utilization. 30% of your score, this is the percentage of available credit you are using. Think of it as a tank. The fuller the tank, the more nervous the algorithm gets. Then, where is the sweet spot? Under 10%. What happens when you fill the tank to 80%? The algorithm panics. Same income, same payment history, same credit age. The only difference is utilization. 100-point gap. Just from how much of your limit you are using. Same person, same income, same payment history, same credit age. One uses 90% of their card and other uses 10%. 100-point gap. That's the difference between approval and rejection. How we can improve utilization? So there are two options. The first option is pay down your balance, or the second option is increase your limit without increasing the spending. Request a credit limit increase online. It takes 5 minutes. Higher limit, same balance, lower utilization, same debt, high score. Now let's discuss about factor number 3, the length of credit history. The longer your accounts have been open, the more data the algorithm has. This is why closing an old credit card account can actually hurt you. That 10-year history is silently boosting your average account age. Once you close the old card, your credit age drops from 7 years to 3. So, better to keep it open. Use it for a small transaction once a month. That history is worth protecting. Now let's discuss factor number 4, that is new credit inquiries. 1 or 2 applications in a few months, no big deal. But 5 or 6 applications in few months, that is a big red flag. There is one exception. If you are rate shopping for a mortgage, multiple inquiries within 14 to 45 days count as a 1. So don't afraid to compare the rates for a mortgage. Now, the 5th factor is credit mix. The algorithm likes seeing different types of credit. For example, cards, car loans, mortgage. But don't just take the debt to diversify. But if you naturally have a mix, it helps. Now let's discuss the real world example. Let's discuss about a mortgage worth of $400,000. The duration is 25 years. Same house, same salary, only variable thing is your credit score. Watch what happens next. We have 3 different use cases here based on 3 different credit scores. So let's start with the first one, 760. The interest rate is 4.5% and the approximation of the interest paid over 25 years is $264,000. For the second, the credit score is 680. The interest rate is increasing to 5.5% and the total interest amount we are paying is approximately $338,000. And for the third one, the credit score is 620 and the interest rate climbed up to the 7% and the total amount we are paying is $443,000. Same house, nearly double the interest because bad credit score, $179,000. A massive difference. Not because of a different salary, not because of a different job, because of 3-digit number that most people never bother to understand. Now let's discuss about car loan. So consider this example. Here we have $35,000 car loan for 5 years. On the left hand side, as you can see, the score is 750 plus. So the interest rate we are getting is 4.5% and the total interest for the duration is $4,100. On the other hand, when the score is near to 600, interest rate we are getting is around 14% and the interest we are paying is $13,400. So for the same car, as you can see, the other person is paying $9,300 more than the first person. So here are 5 things that you can do now to start improving your credit score. First, check your credit report for any errors. Your report may contain mistakes. You can obtain credit report via Equifax, TransUnion, Credit Karma. Once you find any mistake, you can dispute it as well. A corrected error can boost your credit score 2200 points overnight. Second, keep your credit card utilization below 30%. Below 10% is even better. This is the fastest score improvement that you can achieve, often within one billing cycle. Third, set up automatic monthly payments for your credit card if it's possible. Automatic payment means you never miss a due date. It acts as your safety net. Fourth, request a credit limit increase. Most of the financial institutions let you do this online in 5 minutes. Here the advantage is higher limit but lower utilization in same balance. That way we can increase our points gradually. Fifth, keep your oldest card open even if you never use it. Buy a coffee once in a month. The account age is protecting your credit score. To summarize, your credit score is not a magic, nor it's a random. It's a machine with 5 parts and those parts are working together. I hope that with this video you understand how each part works. The difference between struggle and the wealth is not always income. Sometimes it's just understanding the system you are already playing in. Like, comment, subscribe our channel. We will see you again.